Like a kid in a candy store, man. We are less than 1 week away from free agency. As a matter of fact, it is the tampering period is Monday. It begins at noon, and that's when officially teams can talk to guys from other teams that were unavailable before. And then once Wednesday at 4 p.m. happens, EST, the deals can become official. That's when the new league year begins. All the good stuff happens between Monday and Wednesday. By the time Wednesday comes, we're already on the second wave of free agency. And with that in mind, the Detroit Lions have enough money to bring in a game-changing player on our team, whether it's in the secondary or defensive line. I would prefer the defensive line. You already know why. You watch the channel. You already know. Subscribe, by the way. We're less than 100 away from 20,000. So you can be that person that gets this lion. I'm just saying. So hit the subscribe button. I would appreciate it. But Tim Twentyman, you guys talk about me and I'm making these fantasy videos and stuff like that. And Tim Twentyman is a Detroit Lions insider. Been that way for the past 20 plus years, I believe. Him and Mike O'Hara. And he came out with his list of 10 free agents that the Detroit Lions could be interested in, or that could interest the Detroit Lions, not that they could be or are interested in. I want them to be interested in some of these guys. But here is the list. I have not looked at this list before, so I'm going to see it for the first time with you guys. The first person is going to be edge Jonathan Greenard. I don't know much about him, but anybody on the edge, he's 26, 12 and a half sacks. I say, oh my God, I might have to make a video about him, but he looks like he could be on the legit side of things. Number two is going to be cornerback Kendall Fuller. We heard some rumblings at the trade deadline that we could have had him. We need all the help we can get. But then again, we just signed Emmanuel Mosley, and injured Tre'Davious Ward is available. So you know Brad Holmes like to roll with the injured players. Number three, Dorrance Armstrong, another Dallas edge rusher, had 8.5 sacks in 2022, 7.5 in 2023. So that is not bad at all. Defensive tackle, Denico Autry. He is Tennessee. I made a video about him that you guys didn't watch. You didn't watch it at all. But don't forget, we brought our defensive line coaches. Now used to be Tennessee Titans defensive line coach. So that was the connection there. Coming off 11.5 sacks. That is not a bad idea. Number five, guard Robert Hunt. We can never go wrong with the guard. As a matter of fact, neither Jonah Jackson or Graham Glasgow is back yet. So we are going to be keeping our ear to the ground for one or both of those guys to be signed next week. Both sides of Frank Ragnow are suspect. There's nobody there right now. So we need to definitely look into bringing those guys back. Robert could be somebody we could look into as well. Number six, Andrew Van Ginkel. You have got to be kidding me. I've been talking about this guy for the last 3 months. Andrew Van Ginkel. Alex Anzalone and him are like brothers. They got the same hairstyle. I'm telling you, Andrew Van Ginkel, a second-tier guy that Brad Holmes, I could see his story is fantastic. It is so Brad Holmes. Now, he loves Miami. His wife loves Miami. His family loves Miami. The only team he's played for is the Miami Dolphins. He is coming off his initial rookie contract, a 1-year deal, okay? And he had, I want to say, a record season for him. So he could get a deal somewhere else, coming off 6 sacks last year. He got his start when Jalen Phillips went down. Edge rusher Mike Dana, Kansas City. Not too bad at this guy as well. 16.5 sacks, so he would be a mid-tier guy as well. Number 8, Stephon Gilmore. Why? We have his brother on our team. Why? Just why? But that's okay, Tim. And number 9, Danielle Hunter, Minnesota. Now, I wonder if he's ranking these by probability, because you see right here, I think his price range might ultimately be too much for Detroit, knowing they have to take care of Hutchinson in a year or two. Come on, bruh. Hutchinson is going into year 3. We've got year 4. We can pick up year 5. Then we can extend them there, or we can wait. Come on, man. We still have 2 years. Okay, we got year 3 and year 4. We don't have to worry. If we sign Danielle Hunter, it can be a 2-year deal. Hutch has nothing to do with Danielle Hunter. Come on, Tim. Come on, my man. Make it happen. And number 10 is Chidobe Awuzie, Cincinnati, a cornerback. I have to learn more about him, but I see now it has been no one on the offensive side of the ball except for the guard position. We had cornerback, DN, cornerback, DN, linebacker. There's our offensive player, DT, edge, CB, and another edge. Edge, and a little bit of CB. So let me know your thoughts, man. Andrew Van Ginkel. Well. Looks like I might know what I'm talking about. After all, I'm not just a whiny crybaby know-it-all. Did I do that? Shut up. Shut your mouth. You know who I'm talking to. So let me know your thoughts in the comments below. I've mentioned a few of these people. Andrew Van Ginkel, I'm telling you, man, cheap deal. You can get him for less than $3. You can sign him 3 years, $10 million. That is the most money he will have made in a year, and I think in a contract. So I'm telling you, him, somebody like Epinesa, and someone like a Bryce Huff, who we have not heard any word about any of those guys. So this is going to be a really intriguing, exciting week because we have to re-sign our players. Josh Reynolds, CJ Gardner-Johnson. What's going on with those guys? Donovan Peoples-Jones. What is happening there? And then we get to go from the outside, and all of these guys were on the outside. So these would be guys that we could bring in that we can't tamper with until Monday at noon EST. So let me know in the comment section below. I would have to say, number one, since Josh Allen is off the table, my number one guy is Danielle Hunter. Okay? He would be number one. But I think a lot of these tackles and DNs, man, they would be solid as well. I mean, these ain't no scrubs now. But if we can get somebody, I think we need somebody top tier to be on the other side of Hutchinson. And then we can get some second tier guys to fill those gaps. Because don't forget, Charles Harris not coming back. Romeo Okwara not coming back. Julian is essentially being replaced by Matthew Betts, right? And James Houston has all but disappeared for the time being. We'll probably start talking about him as the season gets closer. So let me know your comments. Put your top 3 out of this list. And what do you think of Tim Twentyman's entire list? You guys know how I feel. Brad got to make it happen. Got to step out the Dollar Tree. Got to get away from Five Below. Got to make something happen. I'm not saying pull a Buffalo Bills because they sold out pretty much. Didn't get them anywhere. Still can't beat the Chiefs. Brad Holmes is not going to do that, but we can bring in one top tier guy. We can do that. I hope he makes that happen. Thank you to my members, subscribers, and viewers. This channel is made possible by you guys. Would not be here without you, even though I'm a whiny know-it-all. Guys, I'm telling you, I can't stand some of y'all. You guys are awesome. Most of you. Take care of yourself and each other. And as always, go Lions. Did I do that?